We are back with a recap of the Blue Jackets' thrilling third period third period comeback win against the Predators. We'll get right into the good. How about Nick Blankenburg coming in, giving this team a bit of a jolt in his game against Vancouver, and now with this one, he gets on the score sheet this time with an assist on Johnny Hockey's breakaway goal and the game-winning goal. Both of the goals he's scored in his career have been game winners, so Nick Blankenburg only knows how to score game-winning goals, apparently. When he scores, you know the game is done for the Jackets. Well, for the other team, it's done for both of them, but it's done in favor of the Jackets. The good, another comeback win after a deflating first period. More on that when I talk about some of the bad things that happened in the game for the Jackets. They came back after that first period, could have completely killed their will to play. I know it killed some of our wills to watch after that first period. That late Nashville goal in the second period to get the lead back to 2 goals for them also could have killed them for their third period efforts. So props to them for, not giving up, continuing to fight. And that third period, you saw that it was all Blue Jackets. I feel there was one point in the period where the shot attempts were 15-3 in favor of the Jackets. I don't know if that held or not, but it was a dominant effort by the Blue Jackets in the third period against a team in Nashville who, after going up 2-0 in the first period, you felt like they kind of coasted the rest of the game, and the Blue Jackets made them pay for it, and that's what you need. Johnny Hockey has awoken for this team right now when they need him most, especially with Patrik Laine he's going to still be out for a while, at least until early November, and at the soonest, that's when that's when Laine gets back. So to see Johnny Hockey playing the way he is, converting on his prime chances, most of them anyway. Kevin Lankinen had a couple of really nice saves on him in the game. It could have been even more. But with that breakaway goal and the empty netter, he's up to 4 goals now in the season, plus some assists, so he is back to being over a point per game. So that's something that the Jackets need right now, and that's why they went out. And really, I say that they got Johnny Hockey, but really Johnny Hockey came to Columbus. So I guess that's why Johnny Hockey came to Columbus, and that's what he brings to this team, is that even if Patrik Laine is out, there's somebody they can go to that they know can cash in more often than not on those breakaway goals. He's someone who can convert on those empty net chances. The Jackets have had issues with that in years past. So hopefully with Johnny Hockey on the roster, hitting his stride here early in the season after their 3-game slump to start, hopefully that can awaken the whole team as a roster, not just him individually, and hopefully that leads to more wins as the season continues to go on. Justin Danforth has continued his pretty solid play in the bottom 6 this year as he did last year, and what a find this has been in the front office. A front office that's kind of known for taking some chances on some overagers overseas and not really hitting on them, but Justin Danforth is definitely who they think about when they find somebody who's older than your average prospect in a European league somewhere that they just kind of bring over on a whim, and this whim certainly worked. Justin Danforth has been playing amazing. He has 2 goals in the last 2 games, both of them really nice finesse goals, one of them batted out of the air, and the other one just a speed. He kind of created a breakaway shot for himself with speed that he just beats Kevin Lankinen on. And especially when Kevin Lankinen was kind of standing like a brick wall when the Jackets were trying to get that tying goal, he was able to solve him and get the Jackets the tie in the game. That really shifted the momentum in terms of the Jackets when it was already going. The power play goal that wasn't exactly a power play goal scored by Jake Bean. It was literally milliseconds after the power play ended, so they still technically don't have a goal on the power play, but Tanner Jeannot wasn't even out of the box yet, so in my books, that was a power play goal. So it's good for the Jackets to finally get one on the man advantage. And now we'll go into some of the bad, which was pretty much the entire first period. It was atrocious. It's nice that the Jackets have been able to dig themselves out of holes the past couple games. It would be better if they didn't dig themselves those holes in the first place, and we saw that last year, that you can't consistently win like this when the season gets into full swing. The Jackets last year started their winning, their strong season off with, comebacks in the third period, playing very well on 3-on-3 in the shootouts early in the season. And we saw that, down in the stretch of the season, he couldn't rely on those third period comebacks as much. Overtime gets tougher as teams get better even after the trade deadline. And so while it's nice to win these 2 games in these ways after going down 2-0 in the first period, not something you can realistically recreate for consistent winning ways. And I'm not sure how I feel about Elvis yet. He made some amazing saves to keep this game tied, especially with about 3 minutes left in the period. Elvis with a nice pad save and then a nice point-blank stop. But there are a couple goals where he was not the best. I get he was screened on that third one late in the second period, but it looked like he wasn't even ready for a shot to be there. That second goal, there was a defensive breakdown with both defenders on one side, but Elvis was also way too far out of his net. That backhander should not have even been close to a dangerous chance, but whatever. But overall, I feel like, again, this was a great game for the Jackets. Any game where you score 4 goals in third period, come back after being down 2, and you get a couple points, finish it off in regulation against a team that has some expectations in Nashville. They made the playoffs last year. They made moves to try to get back to the playoffs again. It's not like they came back against a team like Arizona or Montreal, who are clearly looking to the future. The Predators are trying to win now, and the Jackets help them not do that, which I always find nice. We've seen the Jackets turn in stinkers against the Predators before. We'll see what happens when they go to Nashville, especially when the Jackets go to Nashville. That's usually when the bad performances start. But hey, we'll see how that works out when we get there. So thank you all for watching. If you made it this far, please feel free to leave a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed the video and like to see more like it. Let me know what you thought about this game down in the comments below. Thank you all again for watching, and I will see you at the next one.